The Overthinking Football Show. My name is George Mokwena, and this, of course, is a lovely football show where we discuss normally all things to do with African and South African football. But today, we've got a 10-pole event that's happening, which is the Euros, and we're going to be watching England versus the Netherlands. It is the semi-finals. Let's see if England can get into the final and repeat what they did 4 years ago with Euro 2020 when they lost out at Wembley Stadium in the final. The two teams of the last 5 games, England has won 3, drawn 2, whereas Netherlands have won 3, lost 1, and drawn 1. Their last time out was versus Turkey, who they beat 2-1. And then, of course, England drew 1-1 with Switzerland and beat them on penalties. The goal scored by Bukayo Saka. Then, of course, the starting lineups are as follows. Verbruggen in goal, Van Dijk, Ake, De Vrij, Simons, Memphis, Gakpo, Reinders, Mellon, Dumfries, and Schutten. That is how the Netherlands comes out. For England, they have Pickford, Walker, Rice, Stones, Gay, Saka, Kane, Bellingham, Foden, Trippier, and Maino. Netherlands is playing a 4-3-3, which is going to be very interesting in the midfield because Simons is alone. Xavi Simons is basically alone in that midfield. And then, of course, on the other end, we have England in the 3-4-2-1 with Trippier on the left-hand side, Saka on the right-hand side of the 4. And then you've got Stones, Walker, and Gay in the middle of the, well, in the defense. And then in the middle, you have a combination of Rice and Mainu. We're still waiting to see whether Foden is going to get here. Bradley, welcome. Indigo. I'm Indigo. Guys, as you know, I always start off by asking Uti, where are the betting people and how are you betting this game?
The game has changed today. There's betting, all these people are emotional.
This game. Who's going to take this one? Who's going to go through to the final? This is what I want to know. Indy says, let me tell you now before the game, Netherlands will win tonight. Ryan says, away. Hey, Indigo, it's crazy cold. It's crazy cold. I was wearing a jacket just now, but I was like, hey man, let me be strong, yan. Okay, so it's going to be very interesting to see a 4-3-3 versus the 3-4-2-1. Because in the midfield areas, you've got to have 2 and 4 for England, as well as Kimang, Foden and Bellingham, who can also drop into that space. But on the other end, we know that front 3, Gakpo, Memphis, and Gakpo, Memphis, and is it Malin, are going to be playing very high. They're going to be playing very wide, and Simons is going to be alone in the middle. So let's see how Simons handles the middle of the park. And how compact that 3 in the middle is going to be, because they're going to need this one. The baby says England is taking this one. Yesterday, France looked fire in the first few minutes, and then they got stopped. Bradley says Vele Southgate didn't make any changes. Southgate believes in this team. He believes in whatever he's doing here. I don't necessarily believe in it, but let's see if he can luck his way into another final. I did a video that's on my TikTok, speaking about how, you know, he wins. He's coached 100 games for England. He's won 61 of those games, drawn 23, and only lost 16. So he tends to win games, right? The only problem is that England as a whole have a curse when it comes to, oh, there we go. There's the space. Play the ball. Oh. Xavi Simons waiting too long to play that ball and played it behind the player. Heaven. So Southgate always wins. It's just that when he gets to this place. But here's the great part. Here's the funny part. Did you know that Southgate, this English team, has the most semi-final appearances of an English manager? Because the last time they won was 1968. So the other 2 have 1 each. And he's already done, I believe it's 3 or 4. So, I mean, he's effective. It's just that he doesn't win the big prize. That's all. And how many coaches win the big prize? But if you want more facts, man, I've got a video. I've got a TikTok out. I don't want England in the final because it will mean he wins the Ballon d'Or. I want Spain to lose. Leave the Ballon d'Or, man. If Ballon d'Or has to win it, he will go out and win it. Southgate stays winning. Of course, Malube Kuta stays winning. Indigo says there's now talk Rodri should win Ballon d'Or, which I don't want. Ega Messi. Man, Messi man must sit down. Do you guys now rate the MLS? Do you guys rate the MLS so highly that Messi must go through for this thing? Or will Messi win this Copa America and that will take him through? Watkins deserves a chance, says Prince. MK says, allow Netherlands to the final. This undeserving teams don't be in the final. Spain proved that yesterday. Mara guys, Netherlands hasn't been on fire like that. I mean, in this tournament so far, England actually has the better record. So, guys, ibang fair. This one will be decided by the dreaded lottery of penalties. MK says 2-1. King B says, okay, 1968 they won with a goal that needed goal line tag. Oksalayo in 1966 they had won the World Cup. Oksalayo, King B. Innocent says England will take this one 2-1 after extra time. For me, good evening. You know, it's just to spite CR7. Okay, spite him. Hey, you guys. Okay, let's see what England is doing. England has been funny because you're not exactly sure what role Kane is meant to play. So when you watch Kane, he looks a little bit lost because he can't drop back in like he normally does because there's 2 10s already occupying that space. They're just crowding each other. Nobody's crossing the ball to him. So he can't even, use some of those box skills. Look at, guys, the center of that England defense. If Stones is not careful, he keeps getting sucked out. If Stones is not careful, the center, just watch the center. Stones is going to cost them here. Oh, Netherlands, Xavi Simons.
I just got a notification. It's a goal.
I just got a message from London.
Ziyakhala and Ziku loudspeaker and I couldn't do it off. I don't couldn't do it off. I Ziyakhala very much. Ziyakhala very much.
Can I ask why did DSTV mute England? I don't know. I don't know. I want to repeat of the 2010 final. Grealish is selected in the national team. No, he's not in the national team. It's a similar goal to Lamine Yamal's goal, actually, when you think about it. Lamine Yamal came off the side similarly, faced up his man and then put it into the corner. Oh, Pickford. 1-0. 1-0. We are 7 minutes in. Netherlands have scored a goal, which has made it 1-0. Let's see. Simons, what a player. What does he play for? Kana Xavi Simons plays for... I'm forgetting. Agent says, Yakala, I'll check now. Evans Ezekiel says, hey guys, how are you doing? Mali says, youngsters are on fire. That was a similar goal, literally similar goal to what Yamal scored. That Yamal one. Oh, that Yamal one. Messi is the greatest. Ask the best players and coaches ever, they'll tell you. Bradley says Kamal and Xavi Barca Academy players. Is it Leipzig? What is it? PSG. Okay, PSG and PSV. That Yamal one was incredible. Let's see if England can get an answer. England have struggled to score goals. Like I said, we still don't know how England is meant to score goals, how they build up, where they're meant to go, what they do. It's a lot of individual brilliance. So even the Saka goal was an individual brilliance type of goal. Oh, sure boy. Yeah, Antoine. Hey, Bellingham feels himself, eh? Just as I'm writing in my notes, that interesting that Meno drifts out wide and Saka cuts in. Let's see how that's going to work out, because the other problem is if you watch them defending, there's a space in front of the defense, but also they feel undermanned, that back three, when they're stretched. Kyle Walker has been trying to get Saka to come back and mark that side. So let's see how it pans out. That exposes right when it does that. King B says, I knew Netherlands would score. They play open, expansive football. They're entertaining. The only problem with Netherlands, King B, the only problem is that their front three, the decision making when they get to the box, that thing is off. That thing is off. Officially he's playing for PSG, but last season he went to RB Leipzig on loan. Okay, Evans. Thank you for clearing that up. Sam, what did you miss? You missed the goal by the Netherlands. Xavi Simons. Bradley says the last game England won from the bench. This first lineup is not clicking at all. And the funny thing is that they're not even winning because of their tactics. I think those guys come on with a different energy. That's all. I think it's just about energy. So these guys who are the big names, they're not playing. Like, they're not there. The young guys, Hashem, they're made for individual brilliance. They're made for individual brilliance. Okay, let's see. Free kick to England. Can they maybe get something from a set piece? How about this defense? This defense that Netherlands has. Ake, Van Dijk, De Vries, and Dumfries. They're actually pretty solid. They're actually really solid, if we're being 100%. So England might find it a little bit tough to come into this game. Evan. For no reason at all. Who's that? Gakpo. For no reason. The last game England won from the bench. Okay, Lulu the boss lady, welcome. DC says, remember Netherlands, the past 2 World Cups, they were not there, so these young boys need motivation. MK says, no goal for England today. If they score, it'll end 2-1. Indigo says, Kore England. Kore Netherlands. Xavi Simons. Watch Merlin. If he wants to play, he plays. Then the boy, Gakpo, those two are dangerous. Lindo says, Lindo, welcome. Skipper Ninja Jam. Far post cross. Almost fell. Yo. Mara Declan Rice, ushataka something, man. Declan Rice, there's something there. At least they're letting Trippier go up, and I guess that's why you play the 4 in the midfield, to allow Trippier to attack. But if you're not going to allow Trippier to get there and cross the ball, then what's the point of, letting him go all the way up there? Then you have the issue of Jude and Foden. Jude tries to do a little bit too much, and Foden just disappears. Like, we've yet to see Foden give a classic performance. So it's interesting. England, bar for bar, have at least the most well-known team at this tournament. We expect some of them to do better. Premier League Player of the Year, La Liga Player of the Year, a couple of youngsters that did well. You have 2 players that come from a team that chased Man City down. Harry Kane is Harry Kane. I believe he got 65 goals for England in 96 matches or something like that, So let's see if they can drum up something from there. Up to this point in the tournament, it hasn't been going their way. And honestly, England suffers from the same thing France suffers from. Too many stars, too many big names. You have to try fit them in. It's almost like you have to choose the players over a system, because we're not quite sure what's the move here. What are they meant to be doing? How do they build up? Where do they play to? Is it a central playing team? Is it a wide playing team? There's so many questions that you could ask here. Are they going to trust Mino or not, man? Let's hope Foden steps up today, because he's been quiet the whole tournament. Testing Kishotang is back. Here comes Saka. Looking to do what he did last time. Kane hits it over. I think he's trying to get a penalty. Saka cutting inside, trying to take that shot, his trademark shot. Did it hit his hand before? Ooh, that's a penalty. If they don't count Saka as a handball, that has to be a penalty, right? No, I'm good, Lynn. I'm good. Thank you. I hope you're good too. I saw, man. I'm a video of Santa. So you guys expect to believe that England will equalize? Well, Kameza, this is a penalty. As far as I see, it's a penalty. Foden plays well as a cam, but there's 2 of them. I think that's the problem, Andres. There's 2 of them there, and there's also no one who can progress the ball from the back. How is that not a pen? Aye, this VAR. Yeah, ref. Oh, okay, they're still checking. Go see for yourself. The early goal might give us a better match, says Bradley. Kara England is down. They start playing. Let's see if they can do that now, says King B. Indigo says, heard rumors that Southgate will be knighted if he wins the tournament, even if he doesn't win it. Where did the rumors come from, Indigo? Start bench sell Mbappe, Vinicius, Bellingham. I want to sell Bellingham. I want to start Vinicius and bench Mbappe. Pratham says no penalty there. That's a pen, guys. I think it starts up today. They must not give them anything. Malume Kuso says, yeah, it's a pen. There's the goal, guys. There's the goal. I think it's far more important is the official for this match. Brauti, tell them about him. I got you again. But the ball hit Saka's hand first. That's why Evans, I was like, are they going to call for the handball in the build-up, or are they going to call for that dangerous play? Because then it wouldn't be a penalty, and it would probably just be a yellow card for, is it Dumfries, right? So Dumfries, did they give him a card? Yeah, there it is. He's lucky. He's very lucky. Not a pen. Kane kicked the player. I think it was only a leg up. No, Kane kicked the ball and Stud hit his foot. Kimang Tulad. Thank goodness not Anthony Taylor wanted to disgrace. It's a penalty. Kane to take it. You see this English team, guys. All of this English team. They find a way. They will always find a way. They will always find a way. Something will happen, but let's chase a polo and they'll put it in. So let's see. I want to tell you the truth when you go with England. Well, I predicted England to be in the final. Mara, that was a pen, guys. Guys, that was a pen all day. Imagine he scuffs it. Hey, Indigo. Let's see. Kane to take the penalty for England. He scores the penalty, and we know England fans are going to be saying the same thing right now.
Guys, like, I want to say rock, cause being heard, but I'm back.
Never heard. Now they're back. It is a goal for England scored by Harry Kane. Well, in the first 20 minutes, we've seen 2 goals. So, you know, I don't know, but over 2.5 are probably smiling right now because it's very close to giving them what they want. Both teams to score are very happy right now. But then who wins this game? When you say they find a way, you remind me of the commentator who's on the job right now. Look, this is the truth, guys. Lest we forget, these guys played in the final, 2020. They played in the semis. Was it the semis of the 2018 World Cup? You know, they got to the quarters, I believe, of the last World Cup or the semis of the last World Cup. I can't remember. But they always find a way. It's not for their play. It's not for anything. This was Robbie Reese's agent. Look, if you count the handball before the tackle, then I think it would be a yellow card to Dumfries, and then they wouldn't give the pen. So it was very interesting because from the replay, they didn't go all the way back to Saka's infringement. They kind of skipped forward past that one. Mara, what can I say? Give via go Europe, man. The English via something else. Indigo, but Nina, if England win this tournament, you won't credit the penalties, unlike Argentina. Oh, Nina, don't say Nina. I mean, I just love watching football, guys.
Wait.
What are you guys, man? Kane miraculously recovers after the penalties. But these are not new. Indigo says it's not coming home. It hasn't been home. There's no trophy that has been home since 1966. So unless or something here, it's not coming home at all. No goalkeeper stopped that one. No, it's not coming home, says Bahle. How? You give a care. But Mr. Oti, the defender's foot landed after the ball already left Kane's foot technically. And that's the reason why. So imagine like it's a late tackle. So ball comes to me, I play it off, defender hits me. It's a late tackle. They would still punish that defender. So even in the box, I've taken my shot and in my follow through, studs hit my foot. That's a punishable offense. England won't win, says Bahle. If England win Angzoti UEFA rigged the Euros, says Indigo. England is very lucky, says Ulu. Musa says, so they mean that a defender must not go for the tackle. Guys, Mara, it's dangerous play. Thank you, Game On. It's dangerous play, guys. Whether we like it or not, whether you look at studs open, studs up into another player, it's dangerous play. And he made contact. Alright, guys. Watch out for Gakpo, Marlon, and Depay. You'll thank me after the game, says DC. Let's see what Marlon does. I mean, this Netherlands team has changed, has been rotating them. Frimpong played a game. Then we had, kind of who they had last time. It wasn't Marlon. It was Bergwijn, who played there. Funny enough, Europe created VAR, but can't use it well. England are a bunch of lucky squad, dangerous play. The penalty was not true. Never a penalty. Check the referee's bank balance, says Prince. I remember Chiefs fans saying it's force majeure. Dangerous plays, indirect free kick. That guy fouled Kane proper. And Malume Kuto, thank you for the clarity there. Malume Kuto is our Sylvester Ndaba here. He still made contact. So, like I said, in the situation where it's not in the penalty box, a ball is played to me, I played off first time, and a defender, Foden? That was offside though. Oh, it wasn't offside. Okay, Foden dribbled some guys, Shapile Mutukas Paitu, but it was taken off the line. But that looked off. So think of it outside in the game. Ball comes in, I play the ball away, defender hits me. He's already sliding, I play the ball, he hits me. Are we saying that that's not a foul? That's my thing. And it makes it even worse if you guys are saying that his foot, he's already kicked the ball and it's what. That means the ball is far gone and you kicked me, essentially. But Dumfries was going for the ball trying. Yeah, Junior, but contact, guys. Oxalai, contact. I think we're tired of seeing those guys being saved by penalties. EJ says, I saw a penalty in this case. I've got a soft spot for both teams. Stars were showing this is harsh, but it's a penalty, says Majan. Is Malume Kuto not Mr. Spot On? I don't know. Malume Kuto, maybe with Mr. Spot On, you must explain yourself there. Okay, but anyway, good signs for England with Foden looking lively. I think that's what they need to try to do in this game. We've been saying for a very long time that Kane is a very good link-up player. He's a very good dropping into 10. So allow one of them to be runners. I think it's Agent who always says, have them be runners. Have somebody be ready to receive the ball from Kane inside the box, right? So it's going to be Jude or it's going to be Foden. Right now, Jude and Foden are playing too wide for me to be a threat. They're playing almost as extra wingers other than a twin 10. Okay, they've told Foden to run into those spaces. But it's like I say, I feel like Jude wants to do too much. You see where Kane is dropping into. So when the ball is played to Kane, somebody has to be on the line of the defense. But now they haven't communicated, so no one's there. No one's there. Where's the danger going to come from? My defense is going to be looking at you if all of you are going to drop back. So it's little things like that where you also need communication. Tina, why, guys? Maybe we played a different football growing up, but Tina, ekasi, when we were playing football for our teams, oh, here comes Foden. When we were playing football for our teams, there was always talking, Twana, nyahamba, Ntwana. Nyahamba sala, o ngiyadropa, ngena ngapha. Like, there's no communication between the English guys. And I think that's causing a lot of their problems. Mr. Otiyo, right? Anywhere in the field would have been a foul. Exactly. Lindo says, Esnobo too. I don't know if he wants to be called Esnobo. Okay, here comes the Netherlands. Yeah, that looked like a handball. If the one goes wide, the other should. Exactly. You have to move as a team. These guys don't talk. And it feels, man, I could be wrong, it feels like Jude plays his own game. Like Jude decides, good guys, I'm on the left-hand side right now, I'm going to go help Trippier. Here comes goal line technology. Remember, it's semi-automated. So they've got sensors in the ball. Yeah, it's not a goal. Not even close. Not even close. Bellingham needs to play with the team, not alone. Exactly, Lixon, exactly. England miss Maguire. Harry Maguire. Hello, Luffy. Heaven. Lulu, Mina, I was speaking about Rice last time and I spoke too much about him. So I don't want to speak too much about Rice this time. Maru Rice, hey, for the responsibility they're trying to give him there in the middle, he's not quite there. He's not quite there. And even in his case, I think he's confused by having two guys in front of me in the mid. So I can't play my 8 role and run in because it's crowded there. But he's not a CDM. So, interesting, very interesting. You know, game theory, OT. So this ref was convicted of bribery in 2004. He has had a clash in Jude in Germany, reminding him of his bribery charges. So in this game, any controversial decision will be interesting to see how he decides. He must call it down the middle. Dollar Boy, unfortunately not. Copyright does not allow me to show you. Anybody who was here yesterday can understand how strict. I think now you guys saw how strict TikTok is with me. I think you guys saw. At some point they said this thing was pre-recorded. You know, at some point my live just ended. So I am not even going to turn anything on because copyright is... I don't want to play that game and be banned for months. England is going to win this game with 3-2, says Lerato. Don't bring up Harry. He was a waste of United 80 million for Nkomo. Mara for England. He was the guy. Oh, Dumfries on the line. I'm a little bit disappointed in the Netherlands attack. But like I said, the problem is that they're playing a 4-3-3 versus a 3-4-2-1, which means that whoever their creator is, who's going to be playing in the middle exclusively, is going to be overrun. So Xavi Simons is going to have a lot on his plate, primarily because that front three doesn't come back. The front three of the Netherlands is not a defensive three. So the three in the middle field, the two are basically watching the wide areas, and Xavi Simons is going to be alone. And if Xavi Simons has to beat Foden, Bellingham, Rice, and what's his name, Rice and Menu, if he's going to have to play those guys together, I don't know. The only hope right now is to have a fast, is to have a quick transition and catch England off guard. So when they've committed players, play it through. They did it a little bit in the beginning, where they created basic. Dumfries is doing it all. Yellow card. Gave away a penalty, saved it off the line, and he just hit the crossbar from corner. Hey. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that front three interacts with the English three at the back. But it should be a lot of transition play that's going to give them chances. If you see the goal that Xavi Simons scores comes from a transition, and because they're so occupied with with the 3, it allows him space to shoot, essentially. Well, he wins the ball and shoots. So it's going to have to be that type of game for the Netherlands. But honestly, outside of the first few minutes, they haven't been playing in this game. They haven't been in this game. 30 minutes in, it is 1-1. Netherlands scoring first through Xavi Simons. What an incredible goal. And then Kane scoring a penalty. Good thing about Rice is that he can take long-range shots. But Seminkosi, will he get into the areas to take the shots? You see, at Arsenal, it's nice because you've got a party, you've got him, you've got captain. Why am I losing his name? Odegaard, which means that they can essentially go from a 2-1 to a 1-2, and then he's got the space to do what 8s do. Mara here, if you run into the space, look, like if he runs forward there's 3 players in front of him. Mainu's right next to him. Jude is standing right there. There's no space for him to be able to do that. And I think England are a little bit conservative in sending players forward. So he wouldn't want to, sit there. Oh, Bukayo. Oh, what a bad cross. Okay, let's see. Msabe says, I bet Netherlands the first 10 minutes. Msabe. Yeah? The first the first winner that I've seen, a success story that I've seen since I've gone live with you guys. This game is so open. This was what the Euros were missing. Oh, Foden is looking for it. Foden is looking alive in this game. Hits the crossbar, man. But I want you guys to notice something about these midfields. Have you noticed that the Yamal goal is from a similar area? The Xavi Simons goal is from a similar area. This Foden chance now where he tried to cut it into the corner is from a similar area. What are the Sixers doing? What are the Sixers doing? Or at the very least, what type of cover are they giving that place? Carito Shota and Netherlands there. Netherlands to win, says Prasem. Look at England, just ask the question now. Netherlands will answer back. Let's see if they can answer back. I'm impressed with Foden this game. I'm impressed with Foden. He's taking the responsibility of bringing up the ball. Still would love it to be Mainu, but I guess since they don't trust him, they don't want to pass him, it'll have to be one of them. Play. Mainu, after I spoke so nicely about you, there was a player making a run on the right-hand side, Saka. What was that, man? Kane's already got his goal, relax. Yeah, Foden is having a very good game. He's a lot more active. Memphis. This is the Foden we've been asking for. Yeboah says England 3, Netherlands 1. That is the prediction. Look at how deep Foden has to get the ball. I thought Maino would be playing that role, to be honest with you. I know Rice can't. Rice is not a CDM like that. Like, he can't get the ball and push it forward. So I thought Mainu was going to be that guy, especially since Mainu is very good in tight spaces. And he's not afraid of the ball. But hey, Foden is taking responsibility, and he looks much better than when Jude drops back. So when Jude drops back to play that position, I don't think he has the same type of movement. Both teams to score over 1.5. Dankichenko, you've got your money. You've got your money today. Ascali, guys. Ascali today. Okay, Memphis has come off. Veerman is coming on, or Veerman is coming on to replace him. Looks like he pulled something there. Utipai. I don't know how this guy plays. The guy has just come on. But I don't know how much of a difference is going to be, because what Depay does very well for this Netherlands team is a false nine role that allows the two next to him to play off of him. So he'd drop into like a 10, get the ball, turn and maybe play the ball through, specifically to the right-hand side. Gakpo usually keeps width, you know. But let's see what this Firban is going to do. Ola says Betway crashed. Really? Yo. Mshikashika says Weghorst will come with the winning goal. Just on the Betway thing. I just did it. I just did work with 10 bets. So 10 bets is the way. Forget Betway, guys. Until this tournament ends. That's when my contract is done with them. Weghorst will come in with the winning goal, says Mshikashi. Hey, you guys trust this Weghorst, nah? You guys trust this Weghorst. Agent, Kala, what did you call Weghorst? What did you call him in that other show that we had, or the other live that we were watching them? You guys trust him, eh? Modern Dave and Percy, there we go. Modern Dave and Percy. Hey, Mara, United fans. Andres says Weghorst is silent killer. King B says Betway crashes when people win. Okay, so it looks like England has more of the ball. England has a lot more of the ball. England are trying to control this game. Netherlands are going back into defensive formations. We haven't seen them attack since that beginning. So, HLFG says, interesting because according to my understanding, Firman is more of a midfielder. Oh, play it. I told you guys about this front three. Decision making, zero. Decision making. They get into the box, they get into very dangerous opportunities, but they cannot take it. Then also notice how that back three doesn't know who to mark and where to go, especially when they're marking on transition. Netherlands needs to take advantage of that. Two players running into the box. Gakpo was looking down. Didn't see the pass. I swear, if Netherlands just had better decision making in the final third, they are one of the best teams in the tournament. Top two, I'd say. Mara, because they can't score like that. Ooh, if there's one person I'm happy for, it's Saka, man. Saka gets to rest. Weghorst is full, yeah. Holland is parking the bus. Real question, is Memphis better than Tembazwane? No. Tembazwane, I would say, is far better than Memphis. Two different roles, but I guess they try make him a 10. But yeah, Tembazwane for me, way better. Bellingham is the downfall of England. And that's true, Stembinkosi. It's the positions he takes up, man. That's his weakness for me. Oh, Kyle Walker inside the box. England are having fun. And Foden is bossing it. Foden is bossing the game. Look, there he is again. Foden is bossing this game. I think then this goes to the argument of maybe you let Foden play 10, you take out Bellingham, and you bring in a traditional wing on the left-hand side for width. So that might allow Kane to be able to drop inside and pick somebody out. It also keeps the defense busy. Because right now, I think Jude is now playing almost like a second striker. And how effective is he in that situation? And I know England is frustrating, but Netherlands has been disappointing for me up to this point. They don't have enough people in the midfield. They do not have enough people in the midfield. That's why Foden has so much space to run around. Like I said, the front three pretty much stays up. Maybe that might change with Memphis coming off, but the front three stays up. And there's no support in the middle. Oh, Kane, who's making the run? Who's making the run? Somebody make a run. Somebody make a run. Bellingham should have ran centrally there, man. He had a chance. Cross it, boy. Okay, you can't cross it because Kane is all the way back. Ooh. Kane was like, I'm bored up there. I need to come back and get the ball. Jude is playing in the wrong position because Southgate wants to play all his stars at once. Andres says we need Grealish. HTLFG says that's the thing with Bellingham. He'll drop a stinker the whole game, but he'll win you. That's the only reason why you keep him on. That's the only reason why you keep him on. You keep Jude Bellingham on because he's a big moment player. And inevitably you will have big moments, especially late in the game. So you'd want him to stay on. Okay, he's tracking the wrong person. Gakpo, where are you? I expect a pound-for-pound game, says Temigosi. Bradley says Foden is everywhere tonight. Might as well get a goal. He almost did. Clipped the upright. He was trying to send it into the corner. Foden will score, says Chenko. Well, at least now there's somebody taking responsibility in the midfield. England's midfield is struggling because there's no one who's brave enough to take the ball from the defense. And it looks like Foden is playing that role very well in this game. He's everywhere, like you guys are saying. Marakane, if you're trapping the ball there, who's meant to be the striker? Oh, there's no discipline in this English team. There is no discipline. There is no discipline. Where is Gravenberg? I'm not sure. I'm so disappointed with the Netherlands. I was expecting so much more from them. But yeah, it's tournament football. Anything can happen. They could even win this game lucky as well. See, look, one man, okay, two. Now they're starting to come in, but one man basically in the center. If Meno decides to just go a little bit wider, there'll be a lot of space there in the middle. Foden, man of the first half, says Unzama. I agree with you. Have you noticed how Jude, when he goes wide, he'll beat his man, sure. Mara, that final pass, man. That final pass is short. And he's tried it a few times in the tournament where it's just not on. The pass is just not on. But he'll try and thread the needle and it never works out. It never works out. I'm not going to sour on Jude Bellingham because I feel like if him and Kane communicated better, they could score a lot of goals. Put it in, Trippier. Just put it in. Just put it in. Just put it into the box, Trippier. Heaven. It's fine if you right-footed on that side. Make it an in-swinger. Watch. He beats his man. Or he'll try beat his man and then he plays these awkward passes. Hey, Kane's giving himself a free roll, hey? 44 minutes in, guys. It is 1-1. Please remember, halftime, it's a very interactive show. If you're following me at halftime, I'm going to have 6 people come in and we can have a conversation about what we are seeing, maximum 6 people, what we are seeing. And then if we can get to 15,000 likes, I'll keep it open in the second half and going forward, and everybody will be able, as you wish, to jump in and speak to me. You jump in by clicking on the multi-guest button. I don't believe it's on there just yet. I have to start it up, but that is what we're going to do halftime. I want to hear from you guys, so you can tell me how you're viewing this game and what you think of it so far. Look, there's no link from the midfield. Oh, wait. Sacrifice one of your forward players, man. I do not trust England, says Talalas. King B says, so since it's tournament football and teams get lucky, did Bafana get lucky at AFCON? At times. At times. I'm not going to lie to you. At times. Two overrated nations, says Wahib. What do you think of Meno's performance so far? He's hiding. I'm not sure why he's hiding. He's hiding, but there is that thing we've always spoken about, that it doesn't seem like Meno is trusted to be given the ball. Like, it's very, they wait until they have to give him the ball, but he's hiding. He seems to be, I don't know, it's like when one player switches on Foden, someone needs to switch off. And Meno might be that guy today. He's just holding structure, I guess. He wants to play like Morata yesterday. Toth says England. I don't know. Him and Saka, fine, I understand the roles that they're playing. I get it. Mara, they haven't been effective. Oh, there's an English bus that has come out. Just play it in, bro. Just play it in. Just play it in. Anything can happen in the box. Whip it hard and low. See, now they're allowing Netherlands to play. Netherlands hasn't been in this game. Allowing them to play in areas that are not dangerous at all. Look at the front three. 1, 2, 3, 4 players from Netherlands are just waiting. Who's going to play the pass? Who's going to play the pass? They left their midfield stranded. Meno must be used as an impact player and must not start, says Wahib. Stepfather says, I'm not watching this tournament. Has been boring. Only yesterday I saw something. Chenko says, is Frankie de Jong injured? I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is the reasoning. Okay, Nathan, okay. I'm taking it over. Netherlands needs a striker, man. Just a pure striker. Somebody, Otsebang Pali. That's all they need, and they're a completely different team. Okay, halftime. Halftime. It is 1-1. Netherlands scored first through Simons, and then of course England got a penalty that Kane converted. I'm going to open up now. Please feel free to jump in, and let's have a conversation about what we saw in this here first half. Let me just make sure that my graphics are proper, and we can go from there. Okay. So guys, bottom of the screen, you'll see a button that says multi-guest. Remember, you have to be following me in order to request and jump in. Let's talk. Let's talk. Those on YouTube, if you want to jump into the, you have to jump on over to TikTok, and then I can let you in and we can have a convo. Asian, my brother, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Tell me, what have you seen from this game?
Let me start with the positives, I guess.
Okay.
From England. I I think there's much better coordination in terms of player movement. Okay, I'm not so sure if this is a positive thing from the English side in terms of the Maino Saka interchange, because Saka cuts in and then Maino goes out wide. I don't know if that's a good tactic or what, but I do like the coordination. It shows movement, it shows planning, and now we're seeing Kane dropping in, Bellingham going out wide, Foden going out wide, or Foden going to the other side, Foden coming in, Bellingham up top. So that coordination is what has been lacking, So that's why the English are playing well, because there's no conjunction in that 10 area today, And I do think that testing maybe a bit more. That's why there's a bit of passing, there's a bit of movement. So it has generally been a good English game. I think one of the first ones that I've seen this Euros. And now back to the Saka Mino interchange. If Mino is going out wide and Saka is cutting in, we're exposing the guys, because as you can see, he makes a mistake. Who is there to cover him? And then again, it goes back to questions and answers that we always talk about. Last game, the question from the Swiss was the +1 that I talked about. In the sense that they always try and overload and have an extra player in the final third. That's why you have to play a back three. So in this instance, because the Dutch are staying back, I know the Dutch are staying back, why are you playing a back three? What question are you answering? In this particular game, that's why these players are confused on who to mark and who not to mark, because then they could go player for player, because there will always be 3 or 4 Dutch players who are in the final attack, So that's why the players now, it looks like they're a bit confused, And lastly, on the Dutch,
I wanted before we move on from that.
This is what Kuman said. He said that he's not going to be a Cruyff disciple or Pep disciple. He's just going to play his game, and that's what they've been seeing. They score, sit back, and wait for a counter. That's what they do. They play a Mourinho kind of style of play. That's why they're the third best team.
But I want to ask you, is there less congestion for England in the midfield because of the movement, or is it because maybe that Netherlands is looking a little bit thin right in the center of the park, because they've committed 3 players up front? There's a little bit of a gap there in the middle, and should the Netherlands address that, or should they carry on playing how they're playing?
No, they definitely have to address that midfield area, because the English threat is twofold. Is on the wing, just one wing, the Saka wing, and in the midfield. So if you don't have control of midfield, and you don't have control of Saka, you're in trouble. So you need to address that. But back to your first question, I do think for me is the coordination and the movement. Like I said, it's nice to see Bellingham going over Kane, and Kane going to the other side, and not all of them in the same position at the same time. That's nice. So I think I just like that kind of movement. And even when Saka is cutting in, you see Kane staying up top and coming to the side. So there's zero conjunction there. And if you look at Bellingham, he's kind of playing ahead of Kane a bit. Towards the side of Foden, but not in that 10 area. We create space for Kane to drop in, so that he can go behind, in front of him. Yeah.
Let me go to Vugani. Vugani, welcome to the show. How are you?
How you all seeing, my man?
I'm good. Vugani, tell me about the first half. What have you seen?
Hey, bro. I think England are here to make us eat humble pie. Because a couple of weeks ago, I was part of the people who were bashing them and just talking about the low level of play. But other than that, I think in football sometimes you're as good as your opponents. Why am I saying that? It's because maybe the start from the Dutch did activate something, and maybe both England, more especially watching yesterday's game, I think the players themselves individually have come to a realization that it's a do or die situation right now. But I'm really confused because looking at the way that started with that speed from the halfway line towards the last third was truly amazing. Hence, they were able to get the goal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then things just suddenly changed. Like England are getting control of the ball, they're moving the ball from left to right. Saka is having probably the best game of his tournament. Foden is
Okay.
having his best game of the tournament so far. And even seeing Kyle Walker receiving those balls in the corner end is something we haven't seen from England in a while. And I think the players are turning up for England, of course. For me, the penalty 50-50, one ref might give it, one other ref might not give it. But looking at it from a slow motion perspective, they did deserve it because they are pressing the Dutch back, and that was bound to happen in the end. So yeah, that's my view from the first half right now. And if England do carry on playing this way, I see Foden, I see Saka coming up with a fabulous move and actually scoring the second goal. Unless the Dutch really have to change the mentality. As you say, like Netherlands, I don't know what's happening in the middle. Gatpo, where is he? I'm really, really, really confused right now the way it's happening for the Netherlands. Because I am leaning towards them. I'm betting for them to win this game.
Yeah. Of course, I knew it. It has to be. I knew it. I know you guys. Okay, I'm gonna come back, Bugatti. Let me bring in King B. King B, what did you see from this game? Welcome.
From what I'm seeing in the game,
What's
it's an open,
going on?
expensive game where two teams are playing each other, trying to size up each other, asking each other questions. But England are still trying to win their midfield battle. Because now Netherlands have pushed some of their players forward, trying to get a goal. I'm seeing Phil Foden being the one who's trying to control the midfield. So it's opening gaps for England to play their own football, their own style of football.
Okay.
Netherlands is letting England be the team that they think they are. This is how I'm seeing the game.
Okay, I'm gonna come back, King B. Let me bring in Pendulo. Pendulo, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, sir. And how are you?
I'm good. Tell me, Pendulo, what did you see from this first half?
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. I think England didn't do their homework. Because now you can see Uti Foden is getting to his favorite half space, the half space that Saka also thrives in. That half space is going to be dangerous to the Dutch defense, considering that they are quite below par. So I think the coach, what he needs to do is that he needs to fix that particular error, because the more chances Foden and Saka get from that half space, they might just destroy the Dutch. So another thing that I saw is that this is what we have been calling for, and most people thought that probably we are Manchester United fans. Kobe Mine in midfield is so lucrative in possession. As the agent, I think, said, they need to trust him more. They need to give him the ball, and also from him, I have high hopes for him, especially him and Kamavinga. I think they need to make more mistakes. They need to take more risks. Just like with Pogba, how Pogba advances with the ball forward. So I think if Kudumani can increase and add more, because we've seen it that it's hard to release the ball from him. So if he can protrude forward with the ball, he might just be dangerous in the opposition's defenses. But with the Dutch, I think if they can just take Gakpo to false nine and probably add this boy, this one that we love so much in this community, the tall guy. I forgot his name.
Oh, where goes?
If they can add him, going to the second half, they'll get more chances. Knowing and mainly because England's defense can be shaky. Also, for England, they can also add Tony because just to add a different flavor there because Tony is almost guaranteed to score a goal if he gets an opportunity.
Okay, Pendulo. I'm gonna come back for you guys with predictions. Let me go to Lenkos. Lenkos, I know, man.
Thank you.
I see you requesting. Welcome, come in.
How's it, my brother?
I'm good. Tell me, what do you think about this game?
It's a very good game. I love it. England is putting pressure. The ball is but they don't have a creativity on the front there. You understand? In terms like Jordan Sancho or Grealish.
Okay.
So it's kind of hitting them out. But I see them going through. England will go through. Yeah. But for Netherlands, they're out. As long as Netherlands, as long as they've got that guy to pay, they'll never go. They won't do anything.
Okay.
They need to remove Utipe
Yeah.
for them to do something.
Guys, I just want to apologize for the guys who are on the panel. There's a bit of an echo for panelists only. We hear you perfectly, and maybe we could try just turn down the volume a little bit on your phone. I know it's a little bit tough, and then I'll signal to you when I want to speak to you so that we can just get rid of some of that echo. For time's sake, I'm going to go to Agent. Agent, very quickly, what changes would you make on both sides, and what's your score prediction?
I think from the English side, I think I would definitely bring in Luke Shaw so that we can keep stretching the Netherlands defense. And then just keep more or less the same shape, more or less the same movement, more or less the same intensity. Give the ball more to Maino, give the ball more to Bellingham, and I think 65th minute maybe. I know Kaka doesn't have the kahunas to make the substitutions, but I would bring in Tony for Kane, because I feel like this game calls for a mobile striker, not just a static one, someone who can get hoop in the box a lot more than Kane would, and then on the Dutch side, I think for me, I would bring in Van Persie, because I feel like they need that aerial threat, and they need to pump the balls in, because it doesn't make sense that you have 3 strikers, you have many players in the box, but you're not throwing in what is it called, crosses, more so that we've seen that this defense is very weak on crosses, and you look at Bryce and you look at what is this guy? Both of them are not equally good on crosses. So put the crosses in, So I think that's the only change that I would make, yeah.
Well, Shaw is about to come on and Vegos, so it seems like they're listening to you. Let me go to Vugani. What changes?
I have my CAF agent.
Vugani, what changes would you make for the second half, and what's your score prediction?
As things are standing right now, the second half that's currently the way it's going, I do see England scoring the second goal, but I see it staying as it is at 1-1 extra time, but England to go through in the end. And the changes, just like your first guest was saying, I think is very correct about it. I'm not sure if you would add Trent in this type of game, the way it's so fast-paced and everything. I think maybe he would be affected. We might have a good game as well. And in terms of the Netherlands, man, look, I think they should dominate the midfield, as you say, put more players forward, find that ball, get the second ball in the sense, and maybe they might come up with something.
Score prediction?
As it stands, 1-1 extra time, 2-1 England.
Okay. Hey, Heaven. Let me go to King B. King B, what changes would you make here, or how should the teams approach it? And what do you think the score is going to be?
Well, what I would change has already been done by Netherlands. Because Netherlands have already put in their modern day front pace. So I'd still bring Ivan Tony in the England side and maybe
Okay.
play a 4-2-2-1 system, try to play crosses inside. But he's a direct person who can try and get the goals.
To score.
It's gonna take us the whole night. So I'm expecting two goals, one from each side. So I'm seeing extra time.
Okay. Let me go to Pendulo. Pendulo, how should they approach the second half? How should the two teams approach the second half? And what's your score prediction?
Thank you, sir. Again, I'm a firm believer in defenders that are able to keep the ball and be able to allow the team to sustain position. So I think for Netherlands to repossess the ball, they need to sacrifice Ake, play Ian Matson at left back, and then probably bring in Ryan Gravenberch, and also they've already brought in Veko so that they can keep the ball and progress the ball forward and try to get those, because they need to up their game so that they can get the second goal to win it for Netherlands. For England, I think they should just keep the same momentum and actually just watch their card, because Netherlands are going to come for them.
Score.
2-1 to Netherlands.
Okay. Lenkosi, how should these two teams approach each other now? And what's your score prediction?
As for me, I would say any team can win, but I'm happy with the substitute that just happened. Vekos coming in, Luke Shaw coming in. It's for all boosts for all both teams, but any team can win this game.
Score.
Yeah, there's no I don't see any advantage, but I'll just say for prediction I'll say England. England 2-1, but I see many goals coming in the 60 something. I'll see many goals coming.
Okay, no, Lenkosi, thank you guys so much. Guys, we are in the second half. We are 3 minutes into the second half at 45 to whatever my timer is saying, and you'll have the time of the game. Okay. From the first half, I think that Netherlands' biggest problem is that they don't have enough people in the midfield. See, there's the cutback, but Kane is nowhere to be found. Anyway, they don't have people in the midfield. So that's allowing England to overrun them there and actually seem like they're controlling the ball. Yes, it's in areas that are not dangerous. They're not necessarily dangerous, but you can't keep losing that midfield battle, especially with that space right in front of the defense. You cannot allow a team to continue playing in that space and catch you there. I think on England's side, I guess the communication is a lot better, but it feels as though some players get sacrificed for other players. So, for example, Phil Foden is having an incredible game this game so far, but you're not seeing Bellingham, right? Foden is also dropping there into midfield, which is maybe muting Maino a little bit. And if Netherlands took their chances, or when they got a chance to transition, the back three is not very good at talking to each other. Shaw might make it a 4 now, but the back three is not very good at tracking players and talking to each other. So there is a chance for them to attack through Gakpo's side and maybe get something out of this game. But Netherlands, unfortunately, has not been in this game outside of that first 5-10 minutes, 5-10 minutes they were playing very well, and then they kind of died and went into defense mode. Weghorst is onto the pitch, which is going to be interesting to see what happens because it doesn't look like it's an attacking change, especially with Firman because they already lost Depay. So it looks like he's going to be playing alone up front. It does help with the midfield, but then I think they lose some of that transition or ability to transition. So we'll see how it pans out. King B says, don't worry about Jude. He'll show up at the right time. Netherlands is the modern football, says Wahib. To be honest, Netherlands are going. It cut there. I'm still sticking with 2-2 extra time to come in penalties. England will win it from there, says King B. England must be more effective up front with 2 strikers. It's either you go 2 strikers or you sacrifice. We've been saying this the whole tournament long. You have to sacrifice one of Bellingham or Foden and bring in somebody who can keep the width on the other side. That's the way I see it. Because look, Shaw gets sucked in, then watch, it's 2 guys there at the back. Now, normally on the normal Netherlands transitions, they have 3 players there with Memphis playing a 10-ish type thing, Gakpo on the wing, and then Frimpong, Malen or Bergwijn playing closer to Depay. Mara, I don't see how Netherlands score here, if I'm being 100% honest with you. I don't see. Bergwijn move back for Gakpo behind Wego, Simons as an 8, go 2 strikers with a roaming 10 and 2 6s. That could work. So yeah, England, it's either they go wide or it's either they play the 2 strikers. Still, it would ask you to go wide, but maybe Kane would have a partner to give the ball to. Oh, the way they always give Saka the ball with 2 men on him. Yeah, that trust. 52 minutes in, it is 1-1 for those who are just jumping in. England got a penalty after Netherlands had scored an early goal. I believe they scored in the 7th or 8th minute. Netherlands. Netherlands must go with. Okay, just cut there. Pella Simons has been overrun, but it does seem like that change for Virman to come in. As I'm forgetting who told me he's more of a midfielder. It seems that they're trying very hard to close that gap. It's forcing Foden to go wide. We know Rice is afraid of the ball. He goes and hides whenever he needs to pick up the ball. Mainu's also going to be there, but he's not going to be trusted. Rice, that was an unnecessary yellow card there. That very risky. Kante, one more time. Netherlands, when they get into the final third, they lose each other. I don't know if it's communication. I don't know what it is, but the moment they're right there to do something, somebody passes it too far or somebody does the wrong run. Hey guys, Netherlands, that's what's frustrating me about Netherlands. Subbing Marlon is questionable because I did see something in him. He's good. ATLFG says me. Oh yes, ATLFG, sorry. It was ATLFG that let us know about Veerman being more of a midfielder. I'm going to give you your credit. Wahib says Netherlands must go with a 3-2-3-2 system and disrupt England's width. But England it's like a fake width. Yes, Saka's wide a little bit on the other side, but on the left-hand side, there is really no width. All those players are trying to come inside and play. Bellingham might run into that position, but we all know where he actually wants to go, into the center. And then again, do you guys see what I told you about Bellingham? The final pass. He lacks the final pass. Right? It almost feels like he's the player that gets on the end of those things, not necessarily plays the ball. You know? Problem at the final third with Netherlands, no one wants to take responsibility. That could be that. That's true. But also, it feels like they've got no chemistry. It feels like they haven't played together because, you know, they're not running into the proper places. Even in the previous games, Memphis would get the ball and then he'd try some fancy flick instead of just playing it like directly to the man who's making a run next to him. It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. I'll just be back. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just had to get my water. The other interesting thing about the Netherlands setup, the spaces in between the departments are so big, right? So for some reason, when the ball is in the defensive end, they do have numbers, but the moment they break and try to go forward, they struggle. And maybe it's because they took Xavi Simons and put him on the wing instead of letting him playmake the way he'd been playmaking all tournament long. Maybe play a 4-4-1-1 type of thing with Xavi Simons right behind Weghorst. Because I think they just don't have any room. They can't play. They're not getting together properly there. And when they transition, there's just so much space between the midfielders and the strikers. Make the run, Menu. Make the run. It's fine. Make the run. There's space right there. Butterfly, the Black Butterfly, welcome back, my brother. Bellingham is pop. He says, Wahib says, if Southgate can make a better squad selection, then perhaps they could win a cup. Those who bet England, lol, you'll be crying soon. Someone make the run. Why is Bellingham playing left back? Someone make, guys. Wahib says the biggest problem is England have good players, but always the wrong players in the team. That's true. That was said by Tony Adams, Arsenal legend. Tony Adams, he said that about one of the previous teams that they had. I just feel like there's too many people doing their own thing. Kane will drop back and Mainu will be left up there thinking, like literally, should I make the run? Should I go into the space? Because he doesn't play there. Look, now Foden and Bellingham are together there. Shot Kane. Like, there's no communication. And I think Bellingham is doing his own thing. Kane gets frustrated and then goes to look for the ball, even though he shouldn't be doing those type of things. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. OT's an England fan. You can't even hide it. No, Yazmi, Lindo, England is easier to analyze because of the things that they're doing. They don't make sense. But they haven't been effective with the ball, right? So, like I said, yes, you've got the possession, you've got all that stuff. What are you doing with it? Let not let you circulate. Then your striker even leaves the defense. So it's two of us standing there getting ready for every single attack. I'm thinking of exactly 3 goals. 420. 420. Don't do that. 420. Don't do that. Jude called for the ball. In football player needs to learn to change size. Jude was free. There's no communication here. There's no communication. Is Southgate even coaching this team or selecting based on names of paper? I genuinely believe it's names of paper. Koeman's experience from his time at Southampton is probably a factor here. Says Umpendulo. Wahib says, why isn't there players selected? Tomori, Rashford, White, Henderson, and Sancho. Tomori is there, but he's not going to play. I think he just predicted England. No, I predicted England from the beginning. I said England to the final. Mara, they're going to chase their way to the final. If they get to the final, they would have just chased it, eh? It's not like they've been playing great football. 420, thank you for the rose. That's how 2010 SA was, a group of good players who do their own thing. Yeah. Hey, Netherlands has packed the midfield. He doesn't want them to play at all. Look at Kane. Look at Kane. One man in the box. One man like... Mainu has to... Look at where Mainu has to go play now. Then Mainu and Rice are in the left-hand side together. Look, guys. It's a mess. It's just that Netherlands is defending now. They took off their dangerous players, and Gakpo and Simons aren't doing enough work, or they're doing the wrong work. '61st minute. It is 1-1. Yeah, the second half hasn't had that much like actual action. At least in the first half, they were hitting crossbars and doing all of that stuff. That's why I said, reference Southampton is hoping for that goal on the break. That's why I said Bergwijn says Umpendul. The Firmin sub, I understand, I get. Weghorst is just going to shame. He's just going to stand there. I don't think anybody's going to give him the ball. They've changed their outlook on the game. So first it was transition with speed, and now it's packing a midfield and I guess hoping that the ball breaks out, I guess. Okay, let's see what Netherlands can do here. Oh, Gay came a long way from that centre-back position there. Is this what we might expect next season? Such boring games, says Junior. Maybe. Maybe. I think Netherlands might have overcorrected the midfield thing that we were speaking about at halftime. And now they're struggling a little bit because of it, because of that. I really don't want this game to go to extra time. Someone needs to score, man. Netherlands free kick. Oh, Van Dijk got there. Save from Pickford. Wonderful save there. Wonderful save. If Netherlands are smart, they need to get some more set pieces here. They look really good with those set pieces. You don't want extra time. Yeah, I don't want extra time. Back butterfly. Business says, yes, you have to sacrifice something, protect the nest to go hunt. One must be done. But they're half and half right now. That's my only problem. Netherlands is trying to hit England on the counter. But then, Bradley, can they counter with the players that they have on the pitch? Is the question. I would have preferred giving Marlin, obviously Depay got injured, Marlin, Gakpo and those guys for a transition. I don't know if these guys can currently do it, you know, if these guys will be able to play that game. What a technical second half, says Polani. King B says having control in the middle is fine for Netherlands, but who will score? That's what I'm trying to say. Also, King B, how do you get the ball up to Weghorst? That's the other question. How do you get it up to him? What is the plan from here to here to here to here? Or maybe Kirutuan Kimo. I always laugh when coaches shout at the fourth official. Like, my guy, I'm watching exactly the football you're watching. I don't have an extra angle. With Weghorst, it's highly impossible. The best they can do, deliver crosses. Exactly. Maybe that's why Simons is wide. And I see the technical mara. These ones are. England has broken down. Foden is no longer as influential because there's more people in the midfield. Kane is Kane. We're not quite sure where Kane lies with all of this stuff. Bellingham is like, it's almost like Bellingham knows, like in his heart, Bellingham knows that I'm just waiting for my moment. I'm going to play trash and just wait for my moment. Like, it looks like even he knows. Xerxes is earning up. It'll be nice to see him on new sightings. Lyrical Pope says Weghorst is there as a focal point. Now they need to use him. It's no use having the focal point but not using him. But there we go. There's no use having him there, but you're not target manning him. You're not giving him the ball to win aerial battles. You're not crossing. I'm sure Netherlands is just waiting for like the 80th minute. Maybe they'll start accelerating at that point. Unmatched says, I just hope Netherlands will win. England don't deserve it. Netherlands and England have a similar record in the tournament. And like, Netherlands has a loss. Last 5 games, they have a loss. England doesn't. So I don't know about deserve. Tom says Bellingham has been below average, super safe. Haven't seen anything spectacular other than that goal. Rice and Weghorst, man. Shaw is not adding anything different to Trippier. I would have expected something, a little bit of a spark from his side. Saka also very quiet, but obviously isolated on the right-hand side. So there's a lot of issues, man. There's a lot of issues here. Kane is an attacker. We know. Kane is an attacker that we know. Question is the center forward, false nine, striker or cam. He's played everything in this game, but I think, again, what system are they playing, guys? If Kane is going to be your 10 or drop back in or play false 9, then you need runners. But your runners are too far wide. They're all over the place. I'm surprised England left out Grealish and went for Hendo, who failed on Saudi, even Madison. Madison could actually play in this game. But I think the primary problem is Foden and Bellingham. One of them has to go and then just play a traditional winger. Like, or play two strikers, like you guys have been saying, play two strikers and a 10. Look at Jude. I think he was being told to run a bit more because he's just jogging around for no reason now. Let's come up with Diva, man. Watch Netherlands. They'll come to a point where they need to play the pass and it'll be off. Even right there when they were attacking. Luckily, the player could get his toe onto it, but when they get into the final third, they just get... Everything else is fine. Like, you can tell that their ball is a little bit progressive when they do have the ball. They try play it up. They try do those things. I just want to see this thing again. So you see, guys, this is what I was saying earlier. The ball's gone. Jude was late. He's in the thing. He was looking for the ball, I guess. It's a foul. Mr. Ochi, what's your opinion about players venturing into Saudi, especially in their prime? I wouldn't go to Saudi in my prime, to be honest with you. And I think that bubble is about to pop. I think a lot of players, when they get there, they realize that there's really only 4 really good teams. It's the ones that are owed by the PIF. And, you know, you have to play a full season there. And if you're in your prime, I mean, what can Saudi really give you, if we're being honest? What can Saudi really give you outside of money, right? So I think Mbappe, they tried to give him an offer and he said, no, I've still got a lot of things that I want to win before I accept those offers. So I guess the growth of the Saudi League hasn't happened the way we all thought it would. Jude reminds me of Ronaldo in this tournament. They're kept in the match and hoping they will score. That's true. That's very true. Guys, I would go to Saudi in my prime. Imagine earning 750K per week. No tax free. So you can make that money through endorsements. If you're in your prime and you're a good player, you can make that money through other means and you'll still have Saudi as an option later on in your life. You'll still have Saudi as an option. It's a great opportunity though for SA players to hone their skills. I don't know. It depends on who you are, you know, because I don't think we should be sending our younger players to Saudi. They should be trying to get into Europe or get into the bigger leagues. They should be not wasting any time, right? So I think Saudi might just be a detour you don't want to take. Saudi might just be something that you're like, not now. Here we go. See, at least there, play him as a focal point. Use him. Play the long balls for him to win, guys. King B says 700 a week, but no Ballon d'Or. Well, everybody's saying Messi must win it for that MLS season. So I was asking earlier, do you guys rate the MLS that highly? 74 minutes in, it is still 1-1. It's been a very quiet first half, man. It's been a very quiet first half. Both teams haven't looked to create any chances. Both teams haven't looked dangerous. Netherlands are allowing England to have the ball in non-dangerous areas. They're kind of just looking at each other. No one wants to make the mistake. And maybe that's the problem with having a 1-1 here. Hi guys, we really need a goal. I don't want to do extra time here. And what happened to Oscar after that, Mto? What happened to Oscar? They call him one of the ultimate streets will never forget players. What happened to Oscar? Fortune says no. Heaven, 420. What's going on, my brother? Look, now England is parking a bus or going into defensive formation. But when I saw Germany versus Spain, and Germany Germany got their goal, went into extra time, and then decided to defend. That's when I knew, all right, this Euros is different, man. They're fine with penalties. Like, they're fine with just holding on until the game ends. I think that's why it hasn't been entertaining. If you look at AFCON, do or die. There were times where it was just do or die all over the place. OT if I'm good, but can never win the Ballon d'Or. What's the point? I'd rather take the money. I guess legacy, Mto. I guess if you think of Kylian Mbappe, for example, you've got the World Cup. You don't have a Champions League, for example. You still have a lot of years left to play. I wouldn't go to Saudi, honestly speaking. So it's fine, man. It's not necessarily about the Ballon d'Or. I think some people want the legacy. Oh, Chavi Simon's trying to make it 2-1 there. All right, the baby says England should sub players. Yeah, Southgate is gonna end. It was gonna wait until the 80th minute to make subs. Musa says this game is boring. Everyone is playing it safe. Exactly. The second half has been boring. What's on for 20? Oh, Ollie Watkins. Very interesting. Pendulo. Let me stream it. You guys saw yesterday. Let me even try show you a game and you'll see something. MK says, but all England games have been boring, guys. We don't deserve such a final. Marok Salayo. Most of the games have been boring. But France, Portugal. Should play long balls, and Wegos needs to move in the box because as soon as they do, no one. Lyrical says it's called tactics. No team attacks for the sake of just attacking. Well, Lyrical Pope, we attack to win in a tournament. It's a knockout tournament. So if you're not playing to go win, then you're waiting for penalties, essentially. But let's see, here comes England. Saka, stop boy. Stop boy. Barring. Offside. Hey, before Lindo says something, Lindo, I just wanted a goal. Whoever scored the goal. I think I'm at that point where I don't necessarily care who wins. I just want the goal. Okay, we're seeing our first change. Foden off for Palmer. Kane and Foden off. Watkins and Palmer in. For England to play, Netherlands should score. Offside. Okay, says low OT. Yeah, Kane hasn't done much, to be honest with you. I think now, yeah, it's LFG. He's waiting for the 80th minute. Never take off Bellingham. You can't take off Bellingham because there could be an 87th minute goal that comes out of nowhere. Sad. Yeah, man. Why not start Bellingham? Because Foden is playing well. You don't take off Bellingham until the game is over. Was that a long ball to Weghorst? Now, finally. He gets to play the CF role, the target man role. Guys, it's not like this football thing, it's not rocket science, man. You bring on Weghorst, you take away your faster players, you bring in more midfielders. That means that for Weghorst to be part of the game, you have to play the long balls to him and he has to win them, essentially, to allow the other players to play off of him. If you don't do those type of things and you're unwilling to cross, then what's the point of Weghorst, man? What's the point of Weghorst? Same with Weghorst, he'll show up when you least expect it. The second half has been a typical Euro game. Yeah, agent. It's been... we can't say boring anymore. We have to say tactical. That's what you guys said. It's tactical. Portugal did with Ronaldo and left the tournament crying with no goal. That Portugal team was another one that didn't know what they were playing. Hey, Mara, the England defenders and midfielders, do you know how many times there's been runs made into the box and nobody played that ball? No, this is boring, not tactical, AJ. It's not nice watching two teams without, like, sometimes you see the intention to score. Dino, thank you for the rose. You see the intention to score, right? You see that, okay, it's just a matter of questions and answers. We've been questioning to try to get this goal. These guys have answered. They're hitting us back, and they're also going for goals. You know those type of games where it's a 0-0, but you could tell that it was a hard-fought 0-0. These Euro games, and even now, this second half, tell me, who's pushing to score here? Who can we say in the second half has been pushing to score? Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Please, Netherlands, give us something. Oh, Weghorst. A little bit slow there. They're using Weghorst. You just can't hoof the ball into the box every minute. You must disguise. No, it's not necessarily hoofing into the box. It's hoofing into the 10. It's hoofing into the defense. It's hoofing to allow Xavi Simons to play off of him. It's hoofing to allow Firmin to put it down for them. It's not to hoof it in for him to try score. It's literally false nine target man play, right? When you've got a static midfield. So because they took off, is Gakpo even still on? Because they took off Gakpo, because they took off Malin, because we're not seeing Bergwijn here, it means that those guys are not going to run beyond Weghorst, right? They're not going to give him that thing. So put it down for them. Put it down for the other players. Get them involved in the game. They're also struggling to build up from the back. You get what I mean? So it's a tactic to try get the ball up the pitch. And I think he's won 3 of those battles now, where he's got into the ball first, maybe flicked it on, put it down. So that's what you need to do. Hey, Bellingham, it's not the time for tricks, man. You need to score goals. 84th minute. So we talk of dancing Europe. We talk of tactical. What's next? I don't know. These teams are playing safe. Agent says you guys left. Yo, today was lit, man. Bradley says England winning this match. We're gonna watch a very boring final. Why does England bench Trent? It's because they played him out of position and everybody complained. So they took him out completely. Oh, there's Gakpo. I wanted them in the final. So that we can see English tears once more. Okay, I'm not meant to say that part out loud. No, it's too cold. Agent, it's too cold in Pretoria. Saka yellow card. 85th minute. Can somebody save us, man? I don't want to go into extra time. Honestly, there's no need. And I need to be off in a certain time. So I need this game to, man. Can we close it here? Where goes? I can't wait for Spain to beat England in the final if they make it. Nah, bro, Trent is good with the set pieces. Look, at this point, I would take Saka out and put in Trent. And Trent's sole job is to use that educated right foot to find, would have been nice to still have Kane on, but to find, what's his name, Watkins. Where Ghost is like, Mark Bachelor can't run with the ball. At least Bachelor had knee problems. Where should have done better. They use your left foot. Like striker's instinct to a certain extent. The second half has been something else. HLFG says if it goes to penalties, England win. I'm telling you guys, these guys, the worse they play, the better their chances of going through. It's the weirdest team to watch. They only choke at the big moments, but other than that, it's the weirdest team. Don't go backwards. Ollie. Sure. Palmer. Oh, maybe could have laid it off for somebody there. Shaw plays the ball across the face of goal. And then Watkins just couldn't get there. Palmer then takes the shot. Wild shot. Yo. Technique was off. Look at the fans. Look at how bored the fans are. Yeah. I can only imagine going all the way to another country to go watch this. Bellingham doesn't do anything, bro. If you put on Trent, you'll see what's football. King B says England are just like the... No, Mara King B, why the violence? Why the violence? Nobody's watching club football right now. Why the violence? Leave us alone, guys, please. Yes? I just want a goal. Football gods, please give us a goal because I'm going to have to leave soon. Someone make the run. Is England allergic to playing balls behind defenses, like over defenses, balls in behind? Is England really, man, just so against the idea of a ball going in like that? Cole Palmer could have done better there. He was trying to be a hero, could have passed the ball, could have laid it off, right? Onella says I will not watch extra time too. Well, I need to go because of a prior commitment. It's not, it's tough for me at a certain time. I can't keep on. That's the only reason. I'll still watch it, but yeah. I've I've got a curfew, Nyan. Oh, there he is. Ollie Watkins gets the goal. Guys, what am I saying? What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? They're gonna chase on them. England is frustrating. England is frustrating. That was a striker's goal. Agent, it's not luck. It's genius. We just don't see it. What a goal. Jeez. The gods have answered. Hey, Perdo, the gods answered. I asked and the gods answered. Now it's going to be up to Netherlands.
Father God, send help. It's tough.
Oh, Watkins, man. Watkins. Take it, first touch, turn and shoot, boy. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Junior says at least whatever teams made it to the finals. Guys, there's still some football to play. MK says this luck, lol, they won't win against Spain. ATLFG says, now that's a striker, not what Kane was doing. Yeah, actually. It's a tough one this year, Dino. I'm not going to lie. It's a tough one. Dino's asking me about Pelonto. It's a tough one. I really want Vinicius to take it. But in a tournament year, it gets very tough. Messi might just take it again. I would give it to Vinicius. You create your own luck, says the Lyrical Pope. Thank you, Lyrical Pope. If he wins here, so if this game ends with an England win, he's won 62 out of 100 games. He's won or drawn 85. I mean, last time it was Tony providing an assist. Today it doesn't bring him in, brings in Watkins. Vinny performed funny there. That's why I'm like, hey, Copa. Zexi is our new signing. Why was Koeman putting him on now? Says Umto. We said yesterday, Southgate knows how to win. Like, he can't win trophies, but that's also England's problem. England's problem as a whole. It's not necessarily just Southgate, but he wins games. How? We don't know. How? We can't explain what happened or why, but yeah. We were preparing for extra time, says Bradley. Innocent says they must bring in an extra defensive-minded player to hold on. I see Gallagher's come in. I guess that's energy. I don't know if that's defensive. I'm starting to think this luck England might just win it. But this Euro Southgate is taking it, says Twarelo. They always choke in the final. How much time was added on? We're going to chase us Spain too. It's just going to be chaser. They're going to chase their way through the tournament. Lyrical Pope says, where are the ones who said there is nothing special about Maino? He was just picked in jail. Agent says, I'm sure people didn't understand Einstein in his time. We also don't understand Southgate. Oh, man. I don't think there's a manager right now who's got a better, that's the sad part, who's got a better record than Southgate. Or was it 2 minutes? Oh, because of the goal. They just celebrated it through. Watch. And I'd love Netherlands get something here. Just put it into the box, boy. That's all you need to do. Put it into the box. To the corner, boy. To the corner, boy. Interesting that the coaches who made it to the final were youth coaches for the national teams. Mujan says Meno is a serious baller. Oh, the youth coach comment was from Umto. Innocent says, my problem is that they don't seem to be in England that recently lost in the final versus Italy. Very poor though. Tarelo says this one is coming home. Spain won't be able to stop Southgate in this England. His team is the best ever. Lucky says, how are you doing? What is happening with Kaizer Chiefs? Hey, Lucky, I think assessments are still happening. That's as far as I know, but there we go. I told you guys, England. I told you guys. What did I say? Through to a final. Played in the final 2020. Played in the final this time. I'm about to play in the final this time. Guys. Gareth Southgate. He knows something that we don't know. Or his song almost very strong. Okay, guys. Let me see. I don't have the time anymore. I have to go. Okay, so England able to win. Okay, I'm gonna let Agent have a say, then I'll close it. Agent, Chaisa. Oksala, it's a win.
A win is a win.
A win is a win.
No, man, but I think we need to sit down maybe and acknowledge Southgate, eh? We don't have to understand it, we don't have to get it, but you just have to give credit to the man. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing. I'm not even sure you know what you're doing, but somehow you're doing it. So kudos to that. Because I think, man, what is this win rate again? Win rate?
He's 85% now. Yeah, 85% now.
Yeah, no, I think let's just give credit to him, because like I said last time, he didn't bring Evan Tony. He brings Evan Tony in, not Watkins. He provides an assist. Today he's like, nope, not Tony. Watkins, you're the guy who's gonna provide the magic, and he does. So I think he does things that we don't know. And maybe he has his own special badges that he does somewhere at night. And like I said, I'm just gonna give credit to him because I'm one of his biggest critics, and I must say, hands down, he might win it.
Hi, Agent. I'm going to leave it there because I need to rush and go. Okay, so the final has been finalized. It is Spain versus England in the final of Euro 2024, a team that nobody saw coming. Nobody saw coming. Guys, I'm telling you guys, please watch the video that I put out, my most recent video on my TikTok page. Please just watch it. Okay, guys, so I think where Netherlands went wrong in this game was taking away their out-and-out threat. So bring on Weghorst, yes, it was a good move, but bringing on other midfielders made it that they couldn't go forward. They couldn't give anything going forward in the second half. There was no way for them to play. England controlled the game for a very long time, even though it wasn't necessarily in places that are dangerous. But hey, by Chelsea, they chased out the win. They got their penalty. They scored. Ollie Watkins, the hero for today. So let's see, guys. Thank you so much. I need to go. Tabang says Sabona OT did say they know how to make it to the finals, but Spain must do the things. If Spain is not careful. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow, the normal show will be back. So 7 o'clock tomorrow. And then 7 o'clock, the next day on Friday, we're going to have a 12:30 show. Then we're going to watch the final on Sunday together. Thank you so much for joining me. Follow if you have not followed. I'll see you guys then tomorrow at 7. Bye, guys.